Hey everybody, it's Highly an Alchemist, and welcome back to Let's Play Banjo-Kazooie. In the last episode, we went through Rusty Bucket Bay and lived, and so we swore an oath that we would not ever go back to that level ever again. Except we may need to go back there for that one thing, but hey, thankfully it's not the engine room, because fuck the engine room, and also fuck Rusty Bucket Bay. I will say that as many times as I want to, but we're not gonna be back there for a while, but we may need to for some time. But I mean, hopefully it won't be too bad. So anyway, in this episode, we are going to enter our next and of course our final level in the game. Yeah, I'm not even kidding. This is actually going to be our last level in this game. Yeah, because like this is episode 17 of this LP, and let me tell you, Banjo-Kazooie is not that long. Oh, but first we have another Brenty here, so let's hear more disgusting secrets. Gruesome Gruntilda's favorite pastime is bursting boils. Ugh. Oh God! Ugh! No! This poor guy called Undead Ed was her first and only boyfriend. You don't need to ask me how they broke up. When she was younger, Grunty used to have a greasy warthog as a pet. Oh, greasy warthog, huh? Let me guess, is his name Pumbaa? I bet it is. Poor guy. I can see it's quite hard work to lump around that squawking jerk. Well, I mean, it can't be too bad. I mean, well... Hey, you know, I mean, because Kazooie's been living inside Banjo's backpack, and somehow he can still be able to perform those feats, because, like, I don't know, Banjo's a pretty strong guy. I mean, for one thing, he's a friggin' bear. I mean, that's for sure, but, I mean, he's still able to perform backflips. Well, with Kazooie's help, that is, but, I mean, still, that's impressive. So anyways, so yeah, the entrance to the last level is over there, but you may be wondering, where exactly is the picture to the next world? Because, well, oh, there's a switch here with the, Jiggy. It's in this room, but where could that room be, you may ask? I mean, we haven't even seen the picture around, so that's quite a mystery. Oh, what's this? There's a little opening in the tall grass here. And we have a warp cauldron, and this one's a red one, and... Oh, wow, would you look at that? So, we got that, we unlocked that one red warp cauldron that's very early in the lair. And the other one is actually very late in the lair. So, we're able to just hop in that cauldron and just bypass everything, well, almost everything through the lair. And there must be a reason why we had to do that. Well, actually, when we were in this room a few times to get to Treasure Trove Cove, there's actually one other room that we haven't gotten to yet, and that would be this one right here. We never got to check this one out, so let's see where this leads to. I wonder what shall await us. Oh, there's a quick... I mean, I just revealed what the name was. Oops. Oh, well, I mean, you guys already know what I'm talking about anyway. And here's the last Grunty here. Ugly Grunty's nickname was Hog Breath at Witch School. I also know that putrid parrot puke is her favorite smell. I don't want to smell it, I never smell it, and it's a good thing I haven't. And the old hag's favorite color is gruesome green. You know, it's actually very obvious, because, I mean, she has green skin, and everything around her lair is pretty much green, so, I mean, of course it's going to be green. So, anyway, so here it is. We have now unlocked our last level, Click Clock Wood. Yeah, that's where the picture's been hiding from us the whole time, like, the very beginning of the lair. Only that we could never access it because, well, for one thing, we didn't have enough jiggies, but also because the switch was gone. But I think this might be intentional on the, on Rare's part, because, like, well, I mean, we wouldn't have enough jiggies anyway, but in case we did, then it would have been way too early to even unlock the level. So I think it's likely they might have done that on purpose. And yeah, by the way, folks, that was the very last... I did say that was the last Brenty we had to go through. That was actually the very last one. So yeah, we've talked to all the Brentildas that were around the lair, and so we pretty much got every one of her disgusting and personal secrets that we really did not need to know about. So yeah, I'll say this one more time. Make sure you write those down, because you will need those for later on in this game. Because, you know, you cannot ever look this up on the internet. How bright they are, your stupid shorts! A target for my dumb cohorts! Oh, thanks. But yeah, because, like, if you want to try to look them up on the internet, well, you can't, because, like I said, they're completely randomized depending on your files. So, yeah, make sure you write those down. You are going to need those. And for that, we'll see later on, so... Anyway, so welcome to Click Clock Wood. And, as you can see here, it has a little gimmick. And for what you can see, we step on the switch here and it unlocks this door. So, basically, what Click Clock Wood does is that, it is actually a seasons level. It goes by all 4 of the seasons, and to access them, you actually have to find a switch in order to open the door that will lead you to the season for the level. So the first one we got is spring, because, you know, spring comes first. It's actually found at the very entrance of this level itself, so let's go in the store, and now we are in the spring season of Click Clock Wood. And I gotta say, though, this, like I said in the last episode, this is actually my personal favorite level in this game. Because one thing, I mean, I actually do enjoy the gimmick that it has. It's pretty neat gimmick, like, it's basically an all 4 seasons level. Because, it actually kind of changes for each of the season, and it's kind of cool like that. I mean, it's also, I mean, unlike in other games where, like, let's say, Animal Crossing, or other games like in Pokemon Black and White, it's not exactly time-based, because, of course, if you just put on the Switch and then you unlock the doors for the seasons. So the first one we can access is the spring season, because we just hit the Switch here. Also, I love this music. Well, the autumn season is actually my favorite rendition of the Click Clock Wood theme.
Somebody move this boulder! Naughty can't get in his house!
You know, he can actually just stay underwater for a long time, and he doesn't even drown. That beaver must be amazing or something. Well, of course, the problem is that he can't really get in his house, because, you know, it's blocked by this boulder here. So, he's completely locked out, and we have to do something about it, but we can't do it right now, because, well, you know, we can't even do anything underwater. If it was Banjo-Tooie, then it would have been possible, because there's a move for that, but sadly we cannot do it in this game. Alright, and so by shitting into this floor here in this flower garden, see that this flower sprouted. Yeah, we're basically using the eggs as I guess, you know, seeds or fertilizer. I don't know. Right, I think it's just treated as the seeds. So, anyways, I need to go ahead and go over the enemies here. This right here that we just that we just killed was a big clucker. They're basically the variants of the Grille Champas in this level. So yeah, it's the same kind of attack pattern, the same way that you defeat them. And these Venus flytraps that we saw are called the snare bears. And you can't exactly kill them, unfortunately. The only way to get right onto them is that, of course, you need to you can just use the gold feathers to get on them. And this is actually one of those things in which you do need the gold feathers. You're going to be needing the gold feathers a lot because there will be some instances in which, like, let's say in the autumn, god damn it, I cannot speak today. The autumn season, in which there's going to be a lot of music notes everywhere. And so some of the music notes will be on those snare bears, and that's where you're going to need the gold feathers, because if you get close to them, they will snap at you, and you get hurt from them. You actually get hurt from them. So in order to avoid that, then just use the gold feathers, and you should be okay. Yeah, I gotta say though, this I do love this soundtrack, the Click Clock Wood theme. And I think from what I've looked up before, this was Grant Kirkhope's first musical piece in this game. I think that's from what I looked up. It was he was on the Banjo-Kazooie weekend. It's I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this was Grant Kirkhope's first piece in this game. And if it is, he sure did a damn good job with it, because, like I said, Grant Kirkhope is a legend. You know, I can always listen to the entire Banjo-Kazooie soundtrack and just, he's just amazing at what he does. Yeah, so we have a treehouse right here, which is still under construction. So yeah, like I said, yeah, Quick Lock Wood is without doubt my personal favorite level in this game. I mean, it is pretty challenging, but I would say a fair bit of challenging. Oh yeah, this is actually where you want to make sure that your platforming is kind of precise here. So be careful on these planks of wood, which is floating in midair for some weird-ass reason. I don't even know how that's possible. And what do we have here? We have a sun switch, and that could only mean that now we have access to the summer season of this level. Yeah, not just that, because, like, you know, this level here feels a bit jolly and kind of fun at the same time. But that's also because, you know, because of the whole seasons mechanic, and I really do like how, you know, the level kind of changes for each season, and it's a really neat gimmick that I like. And also, you know, for the kind of visuals for each of the seasons, but, you know, it's a pretty neat gimmick that they have there. And this right here is Namna the squirrel. He's very gluttonous in that, he's eating a lot of acorns. Which, would not be a good thing because he might need to save them for, you know, the winter hibernation. What else was I gonna say? Actually, that does remind me, you know, because squirrels in real life are very gluttonous, because I've been seeing a lot of squirrels in my backyard, and they eat a lot. That's just what they do all day. They just love to eat. And we have some sort of egg right here, and, well, I guess we kind of, well, that's kind of a premature hatching. And this right here is, Eerie? I don't know, how the fuck you pronounce it. And so, yeah, he's just been born, and so now he's asleep, and, I think this might call for parenthood here. But, I mean, we don't need to do that right now, because right now he's falling asleep. But we might get to that eventually. One thing I also forgot to mention is that, unlike all the other previous episodes in which I would usually do 2 recordings for each of the levels, for this level right here, I'm actually going to be doing 4 recordings for each of the 4 seasons, because with all 4 of the seasons combined together, it is a very long level. And so, just to save up on the time, like if I were to do the usual 5 jiggies each, then the video itself would be very long, like exceeding past 30 minutes. Because then I would just go through more than one season. So just to save up on that, I'll just go ahead and just do 4 recordings each, and, you know, each of the recordings would just be me covering the whole level of each of the different seasons. And this is where things get a little tricky, and I probably could have picked up that Jinjo, but I think I decided to save him for one other thing that we might be needing. But anyway, if you want to kind of take shortcuts, it might be a good idea to just go ahead and just jump off and then descend down to where you can safely land onto that beehive. That's right, the giant beehive, or or it seems to be some sort of wasp nest. But yeah, you should be able to land there safely if you're careful enough. Yeah, because if you go like higher up on the tree, then with this big ass tree right here, then it can be pretty dangerous. So make sure that you're very careful with just trying to land down. And this right here is a big bramble field. This is where you need the wading boots, because, see here? My bramble field makes you yelp, and loss of life. It sure does help. So yeah, you want to be careful with that, and just use the wading boots right here. So yeah, I guess you can say that, because of the whole kind of seasons mechanic, then you will be seeing this area of the level quite a number of times, because, like, it can be a bit repetitive, but that's because of the different seasons you go through. Think of it like in, let's say, Donkey Kong 64, where you would just go around the level with each of the 5 Kongs. It's kind of like that, but with the different seasons. Of course, that would mean just going through different kinds of areas for each of the seasons, and the same thing goes for the Kongs. And this right here is our last and final transformation. Well, okay, well, last and final, they're the exact same thing. What am I talking about? Let's see. Kind of lost count of how many transformations there was. This is the bee transformation, and what you do is that, of course, you can actually fly around, and just by pressing A twice, or just jumping and then pressing A again. And then while you're flying, if you press and hold the A button, then you can ascend upwards and get get an extra boost. And if you hold the B button, then you'll be able to fly a little faster. And then just by using the analog stick to steer around. And we can actually get inside this this waspinest right here. These are called the Zubas, or the Zubas? I don't know, or how kind of sound I use. I think I would just call them the Zubas. I mean, I called them that when I was a kid. Yeah, you can actually go in there to get this pink Jinjo that's right there, and they do absolutely nothing right now. They just tell you about this, that they have a Jiggy that they're trying to guard, and something about a certain honey bear. I wonder who this honey bear could be. Anyway, so also with the bee transformation, the snare bears right here won't attack you at all. Because I guess apparently they're friendly to bees, but not to bears. This is just... Okay, you know, this is really ironic, because Venus flytraps, they usually eat, like, either flies or bugs. I mean, well, you usually like flies, so... How is it that they only attack bears, but not bees or other insects in this game? That doesn't make any sense at all. I don't know, it's kind of weird. And yeah, I think what I'm doing now is that I'm actually just checking around the area just to make sure I have everything. There's another bad thing about this level, is that make sure you do not die here either. I mean, as long as you're careful, you should be okay. I mean, it's not as dickish as Rusty Bucket Bay, but you still want to be careful regardless, because, again, you can only get the music notes in one go, and since they're kind of spread on each of the 4 seasons of Click Clock Wood, and if you die once, you have to go through the whole seasons all over again just to collect all the music notes again, and the Jinjos too, because, you know, because you can get those in one go as well. So yeah, it's pretty bad here in this version. Also, one thing to keep in mind is that you can only use the bee transformation in the spring season only. You can't really do that in other seasons, and for that kind of reason that we'll probably have to see a little later, so... Anyway, so this is where I end things off here, because like I said, I'm only going to be doing one video for each of the 4 seasons, so that's how it's going to work for Click Clock Wood and in this Let's Play. Just so that way there I can kind of save up on the time, and the videos won't end up being too long. So, anyways, next time on Let's Play Banjo-Kazooie, we are going to enter the summer season of Click Clock Wood. So until next time, see you guys later.